Right, welcome to the show. What'd you see that was so
Yeah.
magnificent, dude? Go ahead. Speak up a little bit. I can't hear you.
Well, I got a baby sleeping in the next room, but pretty much what happened was I was out fishing with a couple of buddies of mine, and really wasn't thinking anything of it. You know, we were out here by there's a place out here called Bel Air Buffs, and we were out fishing over there. Well, we happened to see, we weren't on a boat, but we were fishing off the seawall, and we happened to see, like, out in the distance by this bridge called the Memorial Causeway, something like glowing under the water. You know what I'm saying? It was really weird. And now I don't do drugs. I barely touch a beer. But that night we were both very sober, and all of us were very coherent. And I had just happened to get off of work, and I wasn't the only one who saw it. It was about maybe like about 50 yards out from where we were, and I happened to see like this glowing, like it was like a greenish, like yellowish, glowing object. It looked like it was deep underwater, but where it was, it wasn't really deep. You know what I mean? High tide was in, but then all of a sudden we started hearing like a weird humming, like noise coming from the water, and we started feeling like a vibration in like on the seawall, and then all the mullet around us that we were, because we usually go for little game. You know, we only go for like mullet, snook, and catfish because we were casting. All the mullet around us, as soon as we started hearing it, just start jumping out of the water like something was going on, and like we're just freaking the fuck out. Like, pardon my language, we're just freaking the heck out. Like, what's going on? And then all of a sudden, like we see like a wake coming from where like the greenish yellow light is coming from, and it's like getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Then finally, it just shuts off, and then it's gone. This happened in a total of like maybe 30, 40 seconds. You get what I'm saying? But like literally the hairs on my arms are standing up right now talking about it. Like it was weird and crazy as heck, man. Like I didn't know what else to think of it. We didn't really have time to take out our phones or nothing and take any pictures of it, but it was really weird, man, and I just feel like I should let somebody know, and I didn't know who else to tell this. This happened like 2 weeks ago while we were out fishing.
Wow. Oh, this is cool. A good fishing tale too, and let me tell you, it sounds like what you saw is incredible, and the disturbance in the water to create the mullet fish to jump out. I fish myself. I would be amazed to see. There's a lot of anomalies and phenomenons happen while you're out there, just doing things. And let me ask you, what do you think it could have been, a submarine, or what do you think it could have been, a USO? What color of the lights? What was the color of the lights that was shimmering below the water?
Well, pretty much what it was, the colors, it went from like a dark green, and then it would go to like a light lime, and then go into like a hazily like yellow. Like it went from like a hazel brown to like, then it would go to a bright green, like a very fluorescent like green, and then it would go from yellow to green, like kind of like a. I'm trying to find the words to explain.
Can you speak up a little bit? You got to talk into the phone. We can't hear you.
Like the colors themselves would just kind of like flow into one another. Like it would go into a green, and then it would go to like a bright green, and then a yellow, and then it would go to like a dark yellow, and then a gold, and then it would go to like back to a light yellow, and then a green, and then it was just more like a mix of yellow and green, and it would just flow into one another. But it was like one pulsating light, and it was just intense, man. Like, and then
what did your friends have to say? What did your friends think about this phenomenon?
My friends and I, like, my friends aren't really skeptics. We believe in the UFO phenomenon. We believe that we're not the only life out there, because we've seen some things. Like we're not like, we don't go out of our way to try and look in the skies, but we've seen some things, some very unexplainable things, and it's like, this is one of those things where you really don't know what you're looking at, man. Like, and I know for a fact, my cousin was in the military. He was the deck chief of the USS Iwo Jima. He was in the Navy, okay? I've seen submarines, and this was not a submarine. Submarines usually have like a green, maybe a red light to go ahead, like basic, you know, naval things, you know, when it comes to marine things, you know, but this was not a submarine. These lights were pulsating in one unison. You know what I'm saying? And they were too bright, and there's no way it could have been a submarine at the same time, because MacDill is right over in the Tampa Bay, where I live. I live right off of the Gulf of Mexico. You get where I'm saying? And There's just no way. The water was too shallow in the first place. So I'm thinking it had to have been a USO, because if it was a submarine, it would have been submerged and probably would have it would have gotten caught on the rocks or something. There's no way it was a submarine, man, because those waters are too shallow for a deep sea sub like the ones that the United States military has. There's no way in heck, man. Now, like, I know about the whole USO phenomenon, and I hate to say it, but well, I don't hate to say it, but for all the skeptics out there, I was a little skeptical of myself until 2 weeks ago, and I can actually say I don't know what I saw, and I think I saw the USO.
Okay, what about the after effects of the residual effect of the fish? Were there reports of washed up fish in the general area? Could it have been some kind of frequency burst? Go ahead.
The next day there actually was it wasn't a massive fish kill, but a lot of mullet actually in the down the shore from where we were, because we were at Bel Air Bluffs, and down the way in Clearwater Beach type area, towards heading towards downtown, there was a lot of fish just floating up in the water, and nobody can explain it. They're trying to say it's El Nino and all this stuff. I'm like, no way, dude. I've lived in Florida my whole life, especially Tampa Bay, and there's one thing that I can say. I know the marine life. I've been fishing off of these docks my whole life and off of these shores, man, and I've done a lot of the work around here on a lot of the sea walls along with my father. And a lot of the marine life here does not act that way. I know if you're passing by on a boat, maybe you may scare a school of mullet, maybe some snook, but not like the way these things were jumping out, man. These were schools of mullet jumping out of mangroves that were already along the side of the wall. They were physically trying to get away from something. These things were scared. Now, about what, I cannot tell you because I don't know. But all I know is I know what scared fish look like and when they're trying to get away from something. It's like cornering an animal and expecting it not to bite you. You know what I'm saying? You know when something's trying to get away. And this was one of those instances where I'm pretty sure a lot of these fish probably died from, I'm guessing, radiation. I don't know. All I know is, man, whatever the hell it was scared the fish, and some of them might have had heart attacks, but some of them just washed up for sure. But there was at least 120 fish, 100 to 200 fish, I'm pretty sure, that floated up just by downtown Clearwater 2 days ago. And it was in the paper, I'm pretty sure. If you don't believe me, you can Google it probably. It should still be there. It was in the Tampa Bay Times and everything. So, yeah.
Well, wow, this is incredible, and this is what I want to do, sir. I want to take down your phone number. I want to keep in touch with you because your story, it sounds very relevant to something that the world really, really needs to really understand. So I ask you, would you be willing to come forward on camera to share your experience? So maybe your friend could join you and we could get some kind of a documented footage video of your testimony in regards to this and the exact same place. Would that be able to be possible?
Well, yeah, I'm down, brother, but I'm not gonna lie to you. We were kind of trespassing on private. We were fishing off of a golf course now, and I don't know if it would be okay with the golf course if you could record on site over there, but we can go by that general area and show you if you want. But I have no problem going ahead and going on camera. But I'm letting you know I work 2 jobs, sir. So yeah, I have no problem there, man. No problem.
Well, that's very brave of you, and yeah, we would probably shoot this in a relocation and recreate your scene, but we really we're interested in this testimony that you've just explained to us. So, well, we're going to keep in touch with you, man.
Yeah, that's definitely no problem. I usually work overnight. I work 2 jobs. I'm a cook, so please forgive me. But you can go ahead and call. Just call about 3 days in advance before you do anything. That way I can go ahead and work my schedule, to try and fit yours. And I'll talk to my friends, but I can't guarantee anything because they're like me. Notice how I told you my name was Dude.
Yeah, no problem. We'll keep in touch. We'll give you a call, and we'll give you that 3-day notice. Get ready. I'm giving you notice that I'll be giving you a call in 3 days because I think we need to get on this man, Dude's story. This dude is going to be coming out, and he's going to share see what he looks like. He's a cook, it sounds like. I want to find out where he works. I want to see what kind of food he cooks. Sounds like he's pretty good. And a fisherman at the same time with a wild fishing tale. Wow, this is what Third Phase of the Moon is all about. It's making connections and then following up. Hey, it's an amazing thing. It's an amazing thing. And thank you, everybody, for joining me tonight on Third Phase of the Moon. And everybody in the Flash chat, appreciate watching and reading all of your comments. It really helps out the show. And this is a good thing. This is a good thing. Getting this kind of information out is what the world needs. It needs it now. Stay tuned. We're going to be doing it again this Monday live, broadcasting and sharing your stories from around the world. And make sure you check out YouTube, our Third Phase of the Moon YouTube channel, on updates pretty much going up 24/7. You never know what's going to happen. I've had some great interviews recently with Nick Pope. Eric Von Doniken interviews are up, and some Dr. Greer interview. Lots of information. Blake Cousins, stand by. And if you see something in the skies, get that camera out and have a steady hand. And submit it to us right here at Third Phase of the Moon if you captured anything amazing. Blake Cousins. We'll see you again next time. And I guess there's a Discord after the show. Hey, if you want to take a look at the Discord, it's happening right now. They say it's on our Flash chat, and I guess the name of the Discord is, people, help me out here. I guess they've been doing out this Discord for over a year. It's basically after the show, people get to talk about what was happening on Third Phase of the Moon. The callers, they get to hear about it, and it's called Beyond the Third Moon. Beyond the Third Moon is where to check out the after show of Third Phase of the Moon. There's some Discord links coming up, but I guess if you search Beyond the Third Moon, it should be good. Because it's cool about having the talk after the interviews, the people calling in, and everybody sharing their thoughts on the callers. That's a really good stuff. Really good stuff. Everybody, stay tuned for more Third Phase of the Moon. We'll see you on Monday.